everybody. I hope you've all had a wonderful week, and I hope you're looking forward to another evening of quizzing. So, same format as always. We'll be starting the quiz at about 8:05, just giving some time for people to join and have a look at the picture round. So in the meantime, feel free to say hello. So hi, Coralie. But I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Picture round this week is all biscuits. You just have to tell me what the biscuit is. Hi, Mum. You get to look at my lovely attempts for the first time ever trying to use photo editing software to edit out the names of the biscuits on some of them. So you get to enjoy that. Hopefully shouldn't be too difficult round this time. Yeah, that's your round for this week. We'll be starting the quiz in about 8 minutes. It would help if I had the quiz open. There you go. Hi, Andrew. Oh, thank you. No problem at all. Hi, Chris. Oh, thank you. Oh, you reminded me, I'll switch on. I've got some other lights behind me here that aren't really long enough to go over anything else apart from that, but they're candy canes. Not that you see very much of it. I've been feeling very festive over the last few days. So very much enjoying having my tree up decorated. Yes. As I say, we'll obviously be leaving it a few more minutes for people to join. So use this time to go grab yourself a drink, get yourself nice and settled, have a look at the picture round if you haven't already looked at it. And so I always put it up half an hour before the quiz starts, so I think most people probably look at it before, but just in case. Yeah, we'll be starting in about 5 minutes, just over. So yeah, in the meantime, feel free to say hello. Never complain about that. It's always nice to know that people are watching. So, hi, Paul. And the rest of the Silver Surfers. Hi, Prem. Happy December. See, I'm sitting here now getting distracted by the lights from my tree changing. But, you know, if it's distracting for everyone else, let me know. It's a nice slow change, so it shouldn't be too distracting. Hi, Reggie. Hi. Is that Harrison with the name Hugh Janus? I think it is. Whamageddon is actually going very well. I haven't been round yet, mostly owing to the fact that I've been listening to a Christmas playlist that I made myself that specifically does not have Wham's Last Christmas in it for that very reason. How is it going for you, Reggie? Failed 20 minutes into December. Oh my goodness. That's a really relatively quick failure time. Your playlist had Wham on it by accident. Well, that's your fault then. I'll say I specifically made sure to take it out of mine because I want to get through it. Much as I do like that song, there's something about the pride of getting through it for me. Evening, Rob. How are you? Yes. Yeah. All right, and hello to anyone else who may have joined but not said hello. No obligation, but just hello. I hope you are all well. Looking forward to this evening's quiz. So we'll be starting about 8:05 just to give everyone some time to join. So in about 3 minutes' time. So in the meantime, if you haven't already had a look at the picture round, you can use this time for that. You can find the link to that in the video description or over on the Facebook page. So the theme this week for that is Devil Biscuits. You just have to say what type of biscuit they are. You get to enjoy my first ever attempt at using photo editing software to edit out the names of the biscuits on some of them. You can probably tell which ones those are. I think there's 3 of them. Wasn't very good, but it has got rid of the name. That's the main thing. Yeah, so I do keep looking at my screen and get distracted by because I happen to look just as the lights change on the tree. So as I say, if anyone does find that distracting, let me know and I'll change it to a still setting if I can find it. It's nice. Red and gold decorations. The lights are very blue looking on the screen. They're not that blue in real life. Has everybody else got their trees up yet? Oh, thank you, Coralie. Putting up a tree after. Oh, lovely. Christmas music, I hope. You've got just about a minute until we start now. So not too much longer to wait. It's a bit chilly tonight, but you know, it's not too bad. A blanket over me. As always, I live with blankets. I've got about 5 of them. They're scattered all over my flat. All right, it is 8:05 according to my clock, which means I will make a start. So hello and welcome everybody. Those of you I've said hello to and those of you I haven't. As I said earlier, I hope you've had a lovely week and are looking forward to another evening of quizzing. So we are going to make a start. So format this week, same as always. So we'll have 3 rounds to start, then a short break. We'll then mark those 3 rounds. We'll then do the final 2 rounds, have a short break, mark those rounds, mark those and mark the picture round. So your themes this week, we're starting off with general knowledge as always. Then in honour of the fact that I was writing this quiz whilst watching Strictly, the second round theme is musicals. It was musicals week last week. Round 3 is all acronyms and initialisms. Round 4 is true or false. And round 5 is a connection round. So hopefully something in there for everybody. Rules are same as always, just in case anybody is new. The first rule is please don't look your answers up, same as any other pub quiz. The aim of it is to know what you know, not what you can look up. And on a similar note, the second rule is please don't post your answers in the comments. So in the same way that if you look up the answers yourselves, it spoils it for you. If you put them in the comments, obviously everyone can then see it and then it spoils it for everybody else. So obvious joking answers are fine because it's nice to see you all having a bit of fun, but yeah, nothing that could be the correct answer, please. The third rule is basically whatever I say is just a quizmaster's word is final, whatever I say goes. I am human, I have been known to make a mistake on occasion. If you correct me politely or question and answer politely, then I'll be more inclined to give you the point. If you're shouting at me, not so much. And the final rule is have fun. This isn't for a prize. It's just for fun. So just enjoy yourselves. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. Be a little bit competitive. But yeah, don't take it too seriously. Just have fun with it. That's what I do. So without further ado, if we are ready to go, then let me know and we can get started. Oh, hi Ryan. No worries, it's good to have you back. And so you've made it just in time for starting this one anyway. So yes, if you are ready, let me know. Okay. But a couple of people say they're ready, so I'm going to make a start. Starting off with your general knowledge round, question 1. How many days are there in the second 6 months of the year? So that's from the 1st of July to the 31st of December. So how many days are there in the second 6 months of the year, i.e. from the 1st of July to the 31st of December? Clean my glasses while you're doing that question. Question number 2. The now abandoned Chernobyl nuclear power plant is within which modern day country? So the now abandoned Chernobyl nuclear power plant is within which modern day country? Question number 3. Which nationality is the tennis player Marin Cilic? So which nationality is the tennis player Marin Cilic? Question number 4. In which year did Channel 4 begin transmission in the UK? I will allow you 2 years either side. So in which year did Channel 4 begin transmission in the UK? And I'll allow you 2 years either side. Coralie, I'll come back to your question at the end of this round. Oh, hi, Declan. Question number 5. Of which African country is Khartoum the capital? So, of which African country is Khartoum the capital? Spelt Khartoum. Question number 6. Which is taller, Westminster Abbey or St Paul's Cathedral? So, which is taller, Westminster Abbey or St Paul's Cathedral? Question 7. The adjective vespine is used to describe which creature? That is spelled Vespine. So the adjective vespine is used to describe which creature? That is spelled Vespine. Question number 8. Who wrote the controversial novel Lolita? So, who wrote the controversial novel Lolita? Or Lolita, even. I realise I'd only written his first name in the answers. Just updating that. Question number 9. In which US state is McCarran International Airport? So, in which US state is McCarran International Airport? And finally, question 10. How many differently coloured sets of properties are there in a game of Monopoly? So, how many differently coloured sets of residential properties are there in a game of Monopoly? So, residential as in not including the stations or anything. Okay, so that is the end of round 1. If you've got any questions that you need repeating, let me know. I'm just going to go through a couple of spelling. So question 3, the tennis player is Marin Cilic. So his surname is spelled Cilic. It's got accents on both of the C's. So the downwards arrow on the first one and a acute accent on the second one. And then question 9, the airport's name. So the question 9 was, in which US state is McCarran International Airport, or McCarran International Airport? That is spelt McCarran. Okay, so no one's asked for anything else. I'm going to move on to round 2 now. So if you do have any more requests for round 1, I will do that in the break after round 3. Moving on to round 2 now, so your musicals round. Question 1, in which musical would you find the characters Christine Daae, Meg Giry, and Raoul de Chagny? Or Chagny. I don't know how you... I'm not very good at pronouncing his surname. Was in which musical would you find the characters Christine Daae, Meg Giry, and Raoul de Chagny? Chagny. Chagny. Primarily it's musicals, musical theatre. Question 2, which long-running West End musical was written by South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone? Question 3, The Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are songs from which cult musical? So, The Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are songs from which cult musical? Question 4, what musical features a girl named Kim who falls in love with a soldier? So, which musical features a girl named Kim who falls in love with a soldier? Number 5, for which animated musical film did Sir Elton John win an Academy Award for Best Original Song? So, for which animated musical film did Sir Elton John win an Academy Award for Best Original Song? Question number 6. What group's music is featured in Mamma Mia? So, what group's music is featured in Mamma Mia? Question 7. Which musical tells the story of Elle Woods, the sorority girl who enrolls at Harvard to win back her ex-boyfriend? So, which musical tells the story of Elle Woods, a sorority girl who enrolls at Harvard to win back her ex-boyfriend? Question 8. What type of shop was the Little Shop of Horrors? So, what type of shop was the Little Shop of Horrors? Question 9. Which show about Danny and Sandy was made into a film with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John? So, which show about Danny and Sandy was made into a film with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John? And question 10, the lyrics "You are 16 going on 17" are from which musical? So the lyrics "You are 16 going on 17" are from which musical? Okay, so that is the end of round 2 now. So as usual, if you need anything repeating, just let me know. Of course. Question 1 was, in which musical would you find the characters Christine Daae, Meg Giry, and Raoul de Chagny? Still very bad at pronouncing his surname, but it's spelt Chagny. And then question 2 was, which long-running West End musical was written by the South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone? And 4 was, which musical features a girl named Kim who falls in love with a soldier? Okay, I've had no requests for more repeats, so I will move on to round 3 now. So round 3, these are all acronyms and initialisms. And these are all either charities or sort of government bodies and departments. So you simply have to tell me what the charity or government body is from the acronym. So question 1, what is the RNLI? So it's Romeo, November, Lima, Indigo. Question number 2, what is the PDSA? So that's Papa Delta Sierra Alpha. So what is the PDSA? So that's Papa Delta Sierra Alpha. Question 3, what is the YMCA? So that is Yankee Mike Charlie Alpha. So what is the YMCA? What does that stand for? So that's Yankee Mike Charlie Alpha. Question number 4, what is the BHS? So that's Bravo, what's H? My mind's good. Helios. Frankie. My mind has gone completely of what these letters are. But what is the BHF? So Bravo, Hotel, Foxtrot. There we go. That's what they are. Question 5, what is DEFRA? So spelt Delta Echo Foxtrot Romeo Alpha. So 5 is what is DEFRA? So spelt Delta Echo Foxtrot Romeo Alpha. Question 6, what is the RSPB? So Romeo Sierra Papa Bravo. So what is the RSPB? So Romeo Sierra Papa Bravo. Question number 7, what is the DWP? So Delta Water Papa, I can't remember what W is. So what is the DWP? It's Delta Whiskey Papa. Sometimes take me a one go through it to remember what the letters are. Question 8, what is the RNIB? So Romeo, November, Indigo, Bravo. So what is the RNIB? So Romeo, November, Indigo, Bravo. Question number 9, what is the RSPCA? So Romeo, Sierra, Papa, Charlie, Alpha. So what is the RSPCA? So Romeo, Sierra, Papa, Charlie, Alpha. And finally, question 10, what is HMRC? So Hotel, Mike, Romeo, Charlie. So question 10, what is HMRC? So Hotel, Mike, Romeo, Charlie. Okay, and with that, we are at the end of round 3. So the end of the first half of the quiz. So if you need any questions from the first 3 rounds to be repeated, let me know. Otherwise, we will come back in about 3 minutes. If you're ready before that, do let me know. But yes, we'll come back in about 3 minutes and mark the answers. All right, I see you've got just about a minute left, unless I have a sudden influx of everybody else saying they're ready. All right, let's make a start on the answers now then. Your 3 minutes are now up. So question 1 was, how many days are there in the second 6 months of the year? So from the 1st of July to the last day in December. And there is 184 days. There's 4 months with 31 days and 2 with 30. Question number 2. So was which country is Chernobyl in, essentially? And the answer to that is the Ukraine. Question 3 was, which nationality is the tennis player Marin Cilic? He is Croatian. Question number 4. Channel 4 began transmission in the UK in 1982. So if you have 1982, you can have a point. I did say you could have half a point if you were 2 years either side. So if you've got 1980, 1981, 1983 or 1984, you can get half a point. Question number 5 was, which country has Khartoum as its capital? The answer to that is Sudan. Question number 6, it's St Paul's Cathedral that's taller. So that is 111 metres tall compared to Westminster Abbey, which is just 69 metres tall. Still quite tall, to say just. Question 7, Vespine is used to describe something that's like a wasp. So like the Vespa scooters is Italian for wasp. Question 8 was, who wrote Lolita? So that was Vladimir Nabokov. If you've just got Nabokov, that's fine. Question 9 was, in which US state is McCarran International Airport? And that is Nevada, and it's the airport that serves Las Vegas. And finally, question 10 was, how many differently coloured sets of residential properties are there in Monopoly? There are 8. So that was the end of round 1. Moving on to round 2, your musicals round. Question 1, the musical with those characters in it is The Phantom of the Opera. Question 2, the musical that was written by the South Park creators is The Book of Mormon. Question 3, the Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are from the Rocky Horror Show. If you've got the Rocky Horror Picture Show or the Rocky Horror Floor Show, that's also fine. The Rocky Horror Show, the general one. Question number 4, the musical featuring a girl named Kim who falls in love with a soldier is Miss Saigon, about the Vietnam War. Question number 5, it was The Lion King that Elton John won his Oscar for, or won an Oscar for, not his only Oscar. Question number 6, it's Mamma Mia, of course, features the music of ABBA. Question 7, the musical that tells the story of Elle Woods is Legally Blonde. Question number 8, the shop in The Little Shop of Horrors was a florist. Of course, it's all about a man-eating plant. So yes, it's a florist. Question 9, the show about Danny and Sandy was Grease. And question 10, the lyrics "You are 16 going on 17" are from The Sound of Music. And then finally, moving on to your acronyms and initialisms. So number 1, the RNLI is the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. Question 2, the PDSA is the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals. Question number 3, the YMCA isn't just a dance, it also is the Young Men's Christian Association. Number 4, the BHF is the British Heart Foundation. Number 5, DEFRA is the Department for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. 6, the RSPB is the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. Number 7, the DWP is the Department for Work and Pensions. Number 8, RNIB is the Royal National Institute of Blind People. I've also seen it as the Royal National Institute of the Blind, so if you have either of those, that's fine. Number 9, the RSPCA is the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And number 10, Hmrc is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So there we are. Finishes off part 1 of the quiz. Yes, I'm not sure which part you're referring to, Reggie, but yes. Presumably. So moving on to round 4 now. So round 4 is all true or false. So I'm simply going to read you a statement and you have to say whether that statement is true or false. So relatively simple. Yes, see what you mean. Although I think they do still help with birds. The RSPCA, but it's not birds in their name. Birds are still a type of animal. So anyway, moving on to round 4, your true or false round. Statement 1. As far as it's ever been reported, nobody has ever seen an ostrich bury its head in the sand. True or false? So, as far as it's ever been reported, nobody has ever seen an ostrich bury its head in the sand. True or false? Question 2. Approximately 1/4 of the bones in the human body are in the feet. So, approximately 1/4 of the bones in the human body are in the feet. True or false? Question number 3. In ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food in during meals. True or false? So, in ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food in during meals. True or false? Question number 4. The Great Wall of China is visible from the moon. True or false? So, the Great Wall of China is visible from the moon. True or false? Question 5. The world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. So the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. True or false? And it's the oldest living tree. Question number 6, muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. So muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. True or false? I'll repeat question 5. I'm pretty sure I did repeat it, but I'll say it again. The world's oldest known living tree is over 9,000 years old. Question number 7, allium phobia is a fear of garlic. So allium phobia is a fear of garlic. True or false? Yeah, of course, it's spelled ALLIUMPHOBIA, allium phobia. Question number 8, Fauntleroy is the middle name of Donald Duck. True or false? So Fauntleroy is the middle name of Donald Duck. True or false? And that is spelled Fauntleroy. Question number 9, the distance as the crow flies from London to Edinburgh is greater than the distance from London to Glasgow. True or false? So question 9, the distance as the crow flies from London to Edinburgh is greater than the distance from London to Glasgow. And question 10, the violent gang of youth in A Clockwork Orange were called the Groods, spelt Groods. So the violent gang of youths in A Clockwork Orange were called the Groods, spelt Groods. Okay, so that is the end of round 4. So as usual, if you need any repeating, just let me know. Of course, so 6 and 7. So question 6 was muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. And 7 was allium phobia is a fear of garlic. And allium phobia is spelled ALLIUMPHOBIA. I also approve 4. Okay. I'll say there's been no more requests for repeats. I'm going to move on to round 5. So round 5 is a connection round. So questions 1 to 9 will all be general knowledge, and question 10 will be what is a connection between all or part of the last 9 answers. So question 1, which actor has portrayed several real-life people in films, among many other roles, including C.S. Lewis in Shadowlands, Richard Nixon in Nixon, Pablo Picasso in Surviving Picasso, and Pope Benedict XVI in The Two Popes? So, which actor has portrayed several real-life people in films, including C.S. Lewis in Shadowlands, Richard Nixon in Nixon, Pablo Picasso in Surviving Picasso, and Pope Benedict XVI in The Two Popes? Question 2. How is the substitute in a cricket match referred to? What is the substitute in a cricket match referred to? Question 3. In which European city is the Bridge of Sighs? So, in which European city is the Bridge of Sighs? Sighs as in exhalations of breath. And in Europe, not in the UK. In mainland Europe, not in the UK. Question 4. Who became king on the death of his brother, Richard the Lionheart? So, who became king upon the death of his brother, Richard the Lionheart? Question number 5. What is the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world? So, what is the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world? Question 6. Who wrote The Owl and the Pussycat? So, who wrote The Owl and the Pussycat? Question number 7. What are the names of the meerkat and the warthog in The Lion King? So, what are the names of the meerkat and the warthog in The Lion King? Question number 8. Which strategy game for 2 players consists of an 8x8 uncheckered board and 64 identical reversible black and white game pieces? So, which strategy game for 2 players consists of an 8x8 uncheckered board and 64 identical reversible black and white game pieces? Question number 9. What is the name given to a village that doesn't have a church of its own? So, what is the name or term given for a village that doesn't have a church of its own? And finally, question 10. What is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? Thanks, Mark. So, if you need any repeats, let me know. That is the end of this round. And if you need any repeats for that round or from round 4, let me know. We'll have a break of about 3.5 to 4 minutes. I know that last round was a bit trickier compared to normal connection rounds. So going on to the repeats, question 4 from that round. was who became king upon the death of his brother, Richard the Lionheart? Question 7 is, what are the names of the meerkat and the warthog from The Lion King? And don't forget to use this break to finish off the picture round if you haven't already done so. Question 10, Coralie, was just what is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? Okay, just about 30 more seconds to go. Of course, question 8 again was which strategy game for 2 players consists of an 8x8 uncheckered board and 64 identical black and white reversible game pieces. So they're black on one side and white on the other. Okay, so I am going to make a start on going through the answers now. I've actually given you a little bit longer than I said I would. So starting with round 4, the true or false round, question 1. So as far as it's ever been reported, nobody's ever seen an ostrich bury its head in the sand. That is true. Question number 2, approximately 1/4 of the bones in the human body are in the feet. That is also true. But I think it's about 54 out of 206, something like that. So it's true. Question 3 was in ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food in during meals. That is false. So the vomitorium was a room, but I believe it was just the entrance into a Colosseum. So nothing quite like vomiting. Question number 4, the Great Wall of China is visible from the moon. That is false. It's visible from low orbit, but there's nothing, no man-made structure is visible from the moon. Question 5, the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. That is false. So I did originally have it as true. Looked it up during the quiz and realised the website I got my information from was wrong. It is false. The world's oldest living tree is only about 4,000 or 5,000 years old. Question number 6, muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. That is false. They're completely different types of cell. Question 7, allium phobia is a fear of garlic. That is true. Question number 8 was Donald Duck's middle name is Fauntleroy. That is also true. Question 9, the distance as the crow flies from London to Edinburgh is greater than the distance from London to Glasgow. That is false. There's not a huge amount in it though, but Glasgow is slightly further from London. And then question 10, the violent gang of youths in the Clockwork Orange were called the Groods. That is false. They were the Droogs. So slightly cheeky there, but no, that one was false. Finally, moving on to the connection round. So question 1, the actor that's portrayed several real-life people, including C.S. Lewis, Richard Nixon, Pablo Picasso, and Pope Benedict XVI, is Anthony Hopkins. Question 2, the substitute in a cricket match is often referred to as the 12th man. Question 3, the city in mainland Europe that has the Bridge of Sighs is Venice. So I think there is a Bridge of Sighs in Cambridge and Oxford, but I did ask for mainland Europe, not the UK. Question 4, the person that became king on the death of his brother Richard the Lionheart was King John. Question number 5, the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world is Windsor Castle. Question number 6, it was Edward Lear who wrote The Owl and the Pussycat. Question number 7, the meerkat and the warthog in The Lion King are of course Timon and Pumbaa. Question number 8, the strategy board game for 2 players on that 8x8 board is Othello. Question number 9, the name for a village that doesn't have a church of its own is a hamlet. So then the connection between all of those answers is the Shakespeare plays. So you've got Antony and Cleopatra, Twelfth Night, Merchant of Venice, King John, Merry Wives of Windsor, King Lear, Timon of Athens, and Othello and Hamlet. Finally, moving on to the picture round now. So question 1, that was a party ring. 2 is a fig roll. 3 is a custard cream. 4 is a jammy dodger. 5 is a rich tea. 6 is malted milk. 7 is chocolate digestive. 8 is a bourbon or a bourbon cream. 9 is a Viennese whirl, and 10 is shortbread or a shortbread finger. Timon of Athens, yeah, that's not one of the more common ones, but I didn't want to just include the common ones. Anyway, with that, we are at the end of the quiz. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. I know it might have been a little bit more difficult than usual, but hey, it's nice to have a challenge sometimes. So before I go, just a couple of quick announcements for what's coming up for the future. So first announcement is next week's quiz is going to be normal, and then the week after that is going to be a Christmas themed quiz, since we will be at the 21st of December. So I'm going to wear a Christmas jumper, feeling nice and festive. The rounds are going going to be Christmas themed mostly. So it'd be lovely if you guys decided to wear Christmas jumpers or something like that. It'd be lovely to see. So no obligation with that one, but yeah, it would be nice. I say I'm going to be in Christmas jumper, probably Christmas shirt and Christmas jumper. I'm just doing it. I'm saving it next week. Next week will probably be the first Christmas jumper week. So yeah, so the 21st of December is going to be Christmas themed. The one after the 28th of December, there won't be a quiz. We're going to have a break between Christmas and New Year's. And then in the new year, I haven't 100% decided yet, but it's likely that I'm going to drop the frequency of the quizzes down to once every 2 weeks. It's a lot for me to be doing every week. So that's not 100% decided, but it's likely that after Christmas, I will be dropping down to once every 2 weeks. Apologies for any disappointment that might cause. Declan, yes, picture 5 is definitely a rich tea because I went in and removed the words rich tea from it. Yeah, it is definitely a rich tea. But yes, with that, with those announcements, I hope that you all enjoyed the quiz, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a lovely week, everybody. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.